So hi, I'm going to begin presenting the first event of 1929. The first event is the beginning of the Great Depression. Why this is so important? Because it changes literature. Why? Because Americans, the new writers were began writing about social and politics in politics things. So it changes. New authors began writing about something very different. It wasn't compared with the last movement they have. So why does the Great Depression happen? It was a very they were on its peak, but after August, the agriculture and the economy began falling down, so everything began falling down. But it is very important because it changes the literature. So then we have another event on the same year. It is A Farewell to Arms, wrote by Ernest Hemingway. This is a novel that he wrote of his adventures, and it was focused on the Italian campaign at the World War I. Why this is so important? Because he was a an American author, but he was writing about something of Italy. Then we have The Sound and the Fury. Why this is so important? It was written by William Faulkner, and this is also a novel that used a very important technique, that it is the stream of the consciousness. This novel was focused on the Composen family, that was a southern family who were aristocrats with economical problems. So he focused on this family. Then, as I already said, this novel takes place in Jefferson, Mississippi. So then we have 1930. So then we have the 1930. In this year, the first Nobel Prize for Literature was won by an American. So this was very important for literature. He was Sinclair Lewis. Who was him? He was a poet, he was a writer, he was a writer of short stories, he wrote articles, he wrote everything. He wrote more than 50, he had more than 50 works, very important. Why? Because he won the Nobel Prize, so he began, he changed a little bit his point of view of literature. First, 2 years before he was nominated for the Nobel Prize, he was nominated for the Pulitzer Prize, but the reason why he rejected was because like one week before his dad died, so he was very sad and he doesn't want anything. He doesn't want to know anything about life, so that's why he rejected. Then we have in 1932 the Nazi Party that changed that plurality in the national. Then we have 1932 that it's the Nazi Party that wins plurality in the national election. Why this is so important? It doesn't matter that it happens in Germany, but it also affects something not related with Germany, that were the Jewish literature. Why does this changes the Jewish literature? Because the Nazi people began burning the books and the poems and every single work of literature of the Jewish people. So the Jewish stopped a little bit with their literature. Then we have the last event of the timeline, that is Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi leads a protest against the British rules. Why? Because there were high taxes because of salt, and even though they were independent because they have like signed their independence years, it was very recent. They should continue paying the high taxes because of the salt. So the Indian people began asking why. So it caused the protest against the British people. So thank you for your attention.